Blake Lively isn't afraid of letting her thoughts be known. As rumors of a feud between the It Ends With Us star and the film's director Justin Baldoni, who also co-starred in the film, have continued to make waves online, Blake shared insight into her experience juggling her acting and producing role in the film. And it includes standing her ground on her decision to include Lana Del Rey's Cherry in the movie. "They begged me to take that song out of the movie," Blake told Hits Radio UK in a video published August 10, before quickly adding, "I'm not supposed to be talking about this." But as for why they wanted to take the song out of the Colleen Hoover adaptation, which sees Blake's Lily Bloom navigate a complicated and abusive relationship with charming neurosurgeon Ryle Justin, and reconnection with her teenage love Atlas Brandon Sklenar, the Gossip Girl alum admitted, they felt like it was too charged and heavy. Justin Baldoni details working with complex personalities on It Ends With Us. "Things are still good with Ryle at that point," she explained. "So you don't want to feel that charge. However, the tone soon shifts. The moment Atlas enters," she explained, "things are charged and heavy. Like, there's conflict, there's pain, there's turmoil, there's tension," she continued, "because you're like, oh my god, my soulmate, the one that got away in my life, this person who's haunting me and everything I do and everywhere I go is here now, and we still had that connection." Still, Blake was adamant about keeping the track, which features lyrics that allude to a difficult relationship and the ideas of what real love is. "You can be deeply in love with this person," she added, "but this person comes in and you're like, your insides are gonna be a mess." The 36-year-old's comments on a creative back and forth comes just days after fans online started pointing to rumors about behind-the-scenes tension between the cast, noting that Justin hadn't joined his co-stars in promoting the movie. "So something definitely happened on the set of It Ends With Us," one user wrote on X, formerly Twitter, August 7. "I need to get to the bottom of it." And while others speculated that there could have been differing opinions about multiple edited versions of the film, an insider close to the situation previously told E! News, "There are often several cuts during the post-production process, and it's the very nature of post-production. And everyone was in complete agreement about the final cut of the film and that it's the best version of the film." For more about It Ends With Us, and to see everything that was changed from book to screen, keep reading. What is the age change in It Ends With Us? For die-hard It Ends With Us fans, this one was a controversial change. In the book, Lily is supposed to be 23. While no one's age in the movie is explicitly said, it's understood that the movie jumps ahead a bit. This was evident to fans once It Ends With Us cast Blake Lively in the main role, along with Justin Baldoni, also the film's director, and Brandon Sklenar, who were all in their 30s at the time of casting. Still, the author was on board with the shift, especially when it came to Ryle's profession as a neurosurgeon. What happened to Ellen DeGeneres' role in It Ends With Us? Believe it or not, Ellen DeGeneres, yes, the comedian and former daytime talk show host, plays a huge role in the book. In fact, Lily Bloom journals by way of fan letters to Ellen are the Ellen Diaries, and that's how the readers find out what exactly went down with Lily's mom and dad, as well as how she meets Atlas. While the film pays subtle tribute to the book's recurring Ellen theme, featuring a brief shot of Lily's journal with a page beginning with "Dear Ellen," and even a brief clip from the Ellen DeGeneres show in one scene, the comedian isn't nearly as big of a deal in the film. One more missing homage to Ellen. Her famous line in Finding Nemo, "Just keep swimming," is something Lily often repeats to herself during tough moments throughout the book, which Atlas also references during the very last line of the book. Finding Nemo does get a small nod as well though, as the film's poster hangs on the wall of Lily's teenage bedroom at the beginning of the film. Did Lily's eulogy really play out that way? In the movie, Lily's eulogy for her father becomes a recurring motif for her relationship with him throughout the film. The 5 things Lily loves about her father, which are all left blank, are scribbled on a napkin, which she ultimately places on his grave at the end of the movie. However, the way it plays out on screen isn't exactly how it happened on paper. Lily, whose eulogy is largely absent, doesn't rush out of the funeral like she's got to go somewhere a la Gossip Girl's Serena van der Woodsen, although who better to pull that off than Blake? Instead, she stands up there, intentionally silent, for several minutes before she is forcibly removed by a family member. The napkin memento is also a new addition to the film. How does It Ends With Us movie portray Atlas' gift-giving? Although they'll learn of his ability to cook, cinema viewers will miss out on Atlas' tokens of gratitude to Lily. In the book, it seems Atlas' love language is very clearly gift-giving, as he gives Lily a Boston keychain for her birthday as teens, which she holds onto even after they lose touch, and later, it causes a fight with Ryle. And in another book reference to Ellen, after reconnecting as adults, he gives her a signed copy of the comedian's Seriously, I'm Kidding featuring a message from the author. In the inscription, Ellen writes, Lily, Atlas says to keep swimming. What other It Ends With Us book characters are MIA from the movie? Ellen wasn't the only character whose screen time got scrapped. Lily's mom also plays a much smaller part in the film than she does in the book. For one, her mother is supposed to follow Lily to Boston, and spends quite a bit of time with her daughter in the novel, whereas in the movie, she's only included in a few scenes. And though only in the book during one scene, Ryle's mother, who lives in England, is also missing from the movie. Other minor players in Lily's life that are not featured in the film adaptation include Lily's roommate Lucy, who moves out but does end up getting a job at her flower shop in the book's sequel It Starts With Us, and Lily's former colleague, Devon, who attends Alice's birthday party with Lily, and temporarily pretends to be her boyfriend to make Ryle jealous. Atlas restaurant co-workers Brad, Darren and Jimmy, who play poker with Lily in one scene, are also cut. How does It Ends With Us portray Ryle's abuse? The film's handling of domestic violence is a major difference from the books, even having scenes play out differently altogether. In the novel, when Ryle burns his hand, he doesn't push Lily down until he's trying to cool it off under the sink, whereas in the movie, it happens right after he touches the hot surface. Throughout that scene in the book, Lily is also supposed to be uncontrollably laughing from intoxication, until Ryle turns violent. Goddammit, Lily, Ryle tells her in the book. It's not funny. This hand is my F-king career. And after he pushes Lily down the stairs in the book, she kicks Ryle out of the apartment, which leaves him to sleep in the hallway all night. The conversations surrounding abuse also play out differently in the film. For starters, Ryle doesn't learn about Lily's family history of domestic violence until after they've been dating a while in the movie, but in the book, it happens on the first night they meet. A new addition to the movie is a poignant conversation between Lily and her sister-in-law Alyssa, Jenny Slate, after she finds out about Ryle's abusive behavior and tells Lily about Ryle accidentally shooting his brother's children. In the book, it's Ryle who explains to Lily how his brother died, and Alyssa never tells Lily she shouldn't take Ryle back due to his abusive behavior. Why does Atlas Restaurant get a new name? Although it's a similar sentiment, Atlas Restaurant Root is actually called Bibs, which stems from Lily and Atlas' teenage catchphrase, Better in Boston, in the book. The minor change allows the audience who has not read the book to understand just how much Atlas loves Lily, as Colleen noted. It stood for something in the book that became a big thing for Lily to show how much she meant to him, Colleen explained to E! News of the original restaurant name. So that changed to Root in the movie because we didn't have as much time to put in all of the things that happened in the book to make that significant moment happen in the movie. Of course, the name Root does relate to a conversation that happens between Lily and Atlas in the movie, which is something Lily writes to Ellen about Atlas in the book. Some things, like trees, are strong enough to do it by just relying on themselves and nobody else, Lily explains, noting she could tell Atlas was resilient, way more than I would ever be if I were in his situation. How did It Ends With Us portray Lily and Ryle's wedding? Although it is serendipitous, Ryle and Lily get married in front of Alyssa, her husband Marshall, Hassan Minhaj, and their parents in the book. The movie glosses over the milestone a bit more quickly, but, unlike the movie, Lily's mom was there in the book, and they likely spent a ton of money on cross-country late-night flights to Nevada. How does Lily's baby name change in It Ends With Us? In the book, Lily names her and Ryle's baby Emerson Dory, a nod to both Ryle and Atlas, as Emerson is the name of Ryle's late brother and Dory is a nod to her and Atlas' shared love for Ellen DeGeneres. The movie, however, only shares Emerson. And while Alyssa and Marshall welcoming their first baby does take place in the movie, it makes no mention of naming her really after Alice's brother Ryle. How did It Ends With Us change Lily's signature style? The characters may be dressed a little differently than what readers had in mind. In fact, It Ends With Us got some pretty serious backlash after photos of the costumes on set went viral. However, the novel rarely describes clothing aside from generally such as Ryle's scrubs or Lily's baggy sweater. As for what Colleen had to say about the backlash, I don't remember describing outfits at all, she told Today. I don't care what they have on. In my head, it's about the conversation they're having in the story. It's the same way in the movie.